Importance of right advisory for crypto startups. By Gaurav Dubey, TDeFi.
Good morning. Hope you are enjoying the event here. Thank you, AIBC, for hosting such an amazing place, arena, and bringing all of these people together. I know we're running late on schedule. I'll quickly run you through on what does advisory bring to the ecosystem. I'm sorry we didn't have time to prepare pitch decks, on Keynote, so we are using the values of our company, the presentation deck of TDeFi as the pitch deck. Sorry about that. I'll try to be less salesy here. So the whole idea of advisory begins from a simple thought process, simple philosophy. If there's a map available, why would you simply go on a discovery, right? We all remember our history pages when we learned about Columbus and Galileo traveling across the world, trying random routes to discover what they wanted to discover, right? And today it's so bloody easy. You simply get your compass right, get your maps in place, get the engines roaring, and you're there, right? That's the power of map. That's the power of pre-structured, or let's say structured approach. But how would you have that when you begin your journey? It can be a road journey, it can be a water journey, it can be your journey as a startup towards being an entrepreneur, right? And an enterprise. So these maps are actually readily available in the space. You only have to get the right advisors, people that have really done it at least once, if not twice, thrice. I would always recommend people, those who have failed a few times are the best advisors, at least, but not those who have constantly failed, of course. They should have a few success marks to register. So this I call the map of startup, the map of success of a startup, and your roadmap to being unsuccessful, to be a successful enterprise. And TDeFi is a crypto incubator accelerator as it started off, but now is an incubator and advisory. And it started off as the same idea. I've been in crypto since 2015, investing and investing only. I never took a single advisory token from a project while I was investing because capital is cheap. You can simply throw away capital, save your life, save your energy, sit in the beaches of Bahamas and enjoy the weather while your money makes money for you. But then somehow there was a big failure rate and it would pinch me in the heart to look at the silly mistakes these startups would make. And that could easily be patched if things were done right, if things were planned right. These mistakes could easily be patched and have taken the startup to a whole new level. And I'm talking about successful startups as well. I mean, obviously, people are happy about doing 10x, 20x. What would you say if I would suggest you to make a few changes and confirm that you could have done an easy 100x? And I know that all of this sounds bullshit to the institutional crowd selling here, but welcome to crypto. That's the reality here. So this pain obviously began from my investments underperforming, but then it also came to my people underperforming, people that I know, people that I've invested in, people that meet me around the world in various events and talking about their journey. On my way to this stage, I met like 4 startups that I've met in the past, and I'm so happy to look at their journey from where they started and to where they are today in a few months. But then guess what? You listen to those ideas, you listen to their journey, and because I have personally failed in 17 plus startups, built many enterprises, sold 3 of them, obviously out of crypto before 2015. So while they are talking about their journey, the right steps sort of occur, and the wrong things that they're doing, like tiny mistakes that they're doing, they still pinch you while they're talking about, loudly actually about what they're doing. So the whole idea of TDeFi began as a advisory only service, because there are a lot of advisors in crypto, in fact, in every industry, I shouldn't just blame crypto. Any rising industry, any emerging market has tons of advisors because the age of industry is so short that a relative experience of, let's say, X amount of time makes a difference because the value of X is a few months here. I mean, in crypto, advisors that have lost in a company, that have made a failed company, are also advisors. So we clearly saw that this place lacks advisory, sincere advisory as a service, people who are doing advisory as a business. And then, obviously, when you do things as a business, you're more committed to it. There's no way back. You can't simply say, oh, well, we didn't mean this. We were just like not sincerely looking at this. We don't owe you anything. You just can't do it. It's a corporate. It's a startup in itself. So as an advisory and incubator, TDeFi still is a startup. It's a 18 months old startup now. And there's no way you could or I could play with the reputation of the company, or anyone in the startup could, right? So pure play incubation, pure play advisory as a service with a bigger goal. So I'm going to quickly run you through a few pages. Like I said, I'll try to be less salesy, and hence I'll run a few pages quickly. I've covered the blockchain ecosystem acceleration innovation model, and the clicker isn't working, so I don't know what to do about it. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Everyone knows here, blockchain is the technology of the future. So everything on this page is covered already, which is, incubation, mentorship, and investments is what we cover. But the biggest value that we contribute is the sweat and blood and resources that we put into the projects. Regulatory and compliance, important part of the story. TDeFi started with an idea to incubate DeFi companies primarily, and at a time when DeFi companies were largely anons. So they were launched by anonymous people, and myself being on board of so many banks and I've had a big financial background, I can clearly see that DeFi without banking, DeFi without regulatory compliances will never be able to achieve its full potential. It's a joke. You can keep playing Anon, you can keep playing, the Bitcoin that it was before 2013, but you still need exchanges, you still need companies like Coinbase, companies like Kraken to step in full time with proper regulatory compliances in place and give you the best of services and the peace of mind that you're not dealing in a fraud, you're not dealing in narcotics, something of that sort. So regulatory compliance remain as the core of our company. We structure the companies, we get them legal consultation, and we get them the corporate setup. Token advisory, ideation and mentorship, investor and community connect. I've covered all of this. Marketing is a big deal. We have our in-house marketing team that steps in to set you up and get you going, but then we withdraw it. It's a team. It comes in, sets you up, and moves back, assists you to set up your own team and then take it over. This is a typical startup roadmap that you would take as a crypto startup and reach to the early stage of being an enterprise. The team, some of our partners, we have Sakar sitting here. He's representing Crypto Oasis Sentio, one of our partners in investments, and the other names are here. Our past, you can always drop by TDeFi Pavilion. It's on the other side of the arena next to the AGS stage. And you can meet our incubated projects. You can meet our companies and possibly look for a collaboration. So that's it from our side. From my side, that was Gaurav Dubey, TDeFi, a crypto incubator and advisory service. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being such a lovely audience.